What's up, everybody? Larissa Shanti here, and today we are kicking off the 12 Days of Breathing Through the Holidays series. This is going to be a short series of demo videos on different pranayamas that we can use to implement in our daily lives. So, pranayama, also known as breathing practices, have all these different qualities that can help us boost our energy, ground us, get us better sleep, reduce anxiety. There's so many different ways that we can use the breath to kind of help us in our daily lives. So today we're going to start off with Maha Yoga, which is known as the full yogic breath. I think it's a great place to start from because it kind of gathers the mindfulness of the breath and it teaches you how to maybe take slower, deeper breaths. In our daily lives, we don't really think about breathing, which means that sometimes we can be breathing into our upper chest and not taking fuller, deeper breaths. So Maha Yoga kind of teaches you how to take it down nice and deep. And I found it super transformational when I first started, and I hope you do too. There is one disclaimer I wanted to say before we get started as well. Some of us may have negative reactions to breathing practices due to something in our past maybe. So if you start to practice and you start to feel panicked or anxious or anything like that, then just let go of the breath. No need to push through it. The reason why we're doing this is to relax and de-stress, right? Not to create more anxiety. So if that happens, know that it's completely normal and just maybe focus on something else besides the breath. Just start to breathe naturally, focus on maybe the sensations in your hands, sensations on your feet, anything like that to kind of ground you and bring you back to center. All right, with all that being said, let's get started. So as you can see, I'm sitting on 2 blocks, and this kind of helps elevate and lengthen the spine, and it's really comfortable to sit here for a while. So if that feels like it might work for you, you're welcome to do this. Or you can sit in a chair, you can sit cross-legged, you can use a cushion under your bum, whatever feels like is comfortable for you and allows you to create a little bit of length in the spine and space in the abdominal area. And then another tip for me is slide that yoga pants waistband all the way underneath your belly crease. And that can kind of just relax the belly even more and just let it breathe naturally. All right, so let's get started. We're going to start by lacing our hands together, bringing it in front of the belly. And then you can close your eyes. And then just take a few natural breaths here. Feeling the air drift in and out of the nose. There's no need to try to judge it or change it on these first ones. Just observing it as it is. Now, on your next inhale, try to breathe into your hands. So you're breathing, expanding the belly out. Feeling the fingers kind of separate slightly. And then exhale, feeling the belly naturally collapse, and then the hands start to slide together a bit. Let's do a few more of those. Inhale, breathing into the belly, feeling the fingers start to separate slightly. And then exhale, feeling them come back together. Deep inhale through the nose, nice and steady. Don't need to go too fast. And then exhale, nice and slow. Good. Now on this last one, inhale, breathing into the belly, breathing into the hands. And then as you exhale, you're going to feel the belly start to naturally contract and come back. But then see if you can pull the belly button towards the spine just a little bit to kind of expel the last bit of air that's in your lungs. Maybe one more of those. Inhale, breathe into the hands, into the belly. And then exhale, feel it naturally collapsing, coming back into the body. And then a gentle hug of the belly button towards the spine to kind of expel that last little bit. Good. All right, maybe open up those eyes again. Now we're going to take our hands, we're going to bring it onto the sides of our rib cage. And you can close your eyes again if that helps, or just leave them soft. Now we're going to start to breathe into the sides of our hands. So breathing in, feeling the rib cage expand out towards the sides. And then exhale, nice and slow. Good, let's do two more. Inhale, breathing into the hands. And exhale. Inhale, ribs expanding. And exhale. Good, all right, last one, blink those eyes open. Now we're going to take our pointer fingers and our middle fingers and place them right underneath our collarbones. So this is kind of like our upper chest. And then you can close the eyes again and then just take a shorter, shallower breath, breathing into the upper chest area. Maybe you can feel the clavicles start to lift and fall. Good, last one. Good, blink the eyes back open. So the Maha Yoga, or the full yogic breath, is combining all three of those into one big belly breath. All right, so leave the hands on the lap, and you can close the eyes. And then again, just tuning in, feeling the natural inhale and exhale. And then start to deepen the breath. Deepen the inhale, breathing down into the belly. Expanding the belly out. And then breathing into the sides of the ribs. And then all the way into the upper chest. In one breath. And then slowly exhale. Drawing the belly button towards the spine on that last little bit. And then again, inhale nice and deep into the belly. Side ribs. Upper chest. And then exhale slowly back out. Drawing the belly button towards the spine. Inhaling again. Deep belly breath. Ribs. Upper chest. And then on your exhale, see if you can imagine the emptying happening from the top down. So you're going from the upper chest to the ribs to the belly. And finally, a gentle push to get the last bit of that out. Breathing in through the belly, nice and deep. Ribs, upper chest. And then on the exhale, slowly emptying from the top down, like a cup pouring water. Upper chest, ribs, belly, And then a gentle hugging in to expel that last little bit. Do a few more rounds just at your own pace. Last round. Good. And then just start to breathe naturally again, releasing all control. And then blink the eyes back open nice and slow. And that is the full yogic breath, Maha Yoga. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. As always, if you feel you got value, a like, a subscribe is always very much appreciated. Until next time.